Start, how'd it feel?
Felt awesome. Haven't pitched in almost 2 years due to an injury. These first couple starts have been a little bit emotional for me, but I'm starting to find my niche, I feel like. So it feels great to be out there.
Hit the corners against right-handers really well. What was that like, your approach, throwing fastballs and then finish them off a curve, or what?
The whole game plan is always to get them 0-1. Usually when I have a hitter 0-0, I'm just trying to do anything I can to throw a strike, get ahead, and then shoot for the corners, and then hopefully finish them off with my slider with 2 strikes.
All right, and Conlin 3 hits tonight, and you set up, you scored 2 runs tonight. What was your approach to plate?
I knew they were throwing some soft lefties, and that side winder at the end, so I just wanted to stay middle, center of the field, try to get inside the baseball and hit my pitch, not swing anything that I can't hit harder in the gaps.
And how different is it seeing 2 soft lefties and then, a guy coming all the way down here? The arm angle obviously changes. What do
we have Tom Mullen who's like that, so we've seen him in practice and stuff, but it's always tough. You just gotta stick with what you're good at and stick with seeing the ball up and where you want to hit it.
And what'd you guys say to one another, when they came back in the top of the 9th, and then you guys almost came back, and then, finally won?
We were just stay with it, keep our approach. We had good energy in the dugout, and the bench was really good, so it was fun for us as position players to get out there and try to get a win.
What's the feeling like whenever you're coming home and you see the ball get away from the first baseman, knowing that you're the winning run?
It's great. I immediately started fist pumping and yelling at Willie. It was awesome. Love walking it off.
What's the difference for you, Eric, coming out of the pen as opposed to starting a game?
I much prefer starting. You get to get in a routine, and I was able to kind of plan out what I wanted to do in order to make my arm feel as good as possible. Due to my injury, I've had to, take more time warming up and getting my arm hotter, and it's a lot easier to do when I'm not being called on and having to go into the game in 2 or 3 minutes. So.
Because of the injury, is that why they're sort of watching you right now? Is that the 4 innings there? Are you trying to ease your way back into it?
Yeah. I was kind of upset with Coach. I wanted to throw a few more innings or so because I felt great, but he said they needed me for the weekend. We've got 4 games coming up this weekend, so trying to stay healthy.
Were you coming out of the game if you didn't get the hit in the 4th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way.
I should ask.
Well, yeah.
It must have made the decision a little easier, though.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. I would have been even more bummed if I didn't give up that hit.
All right, Conlin, a few aggressive base running blunders for multiple guys, not just you trying to take third. But is that just almost an acceptable mistake at times when you're making an aggressive mistake instead of being too hesitant? That's what some
it's
coaches
totally
say.
on me. I should have been more aware of the situation. 2 outs, 0-2 count. I was just thinking in my head somehow it'd be the right decision, but when I went, I knew it wasn't. So it's just something I learned from.
Were you looking to get a jump? What did you see?
I was looking because I was trying to time him up from the pitches earlier, and he just held a little longer, and I just didn't get the right look.
Okay.
Being so consistent this year at the plate so far, does it sort of, with having such young teams, you have all the freshmen on your team so far, at the top of the lineup, do you feel more of a responsibility to try and provide more for your team?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely I do, because I feel like I need to get something started so we can get some momentum as a team, because right now we're struggling at the plate as a whole. So you just have that feeling of stepping up and teaching younger guys, even though I'm still young, so I'm still learning as well.
Eric, you're the 3rd freshman to make his first start on the mound this year as freshman. I mean, obviously you have a little bit more time with the team being a redshirt, but what does that mean to get the younger guys involved?
First of all, I think it speaks to the abilities of our coaches for recruiting. I mean, we've got some great arms, and I only think with time that some of our young arms are going to get better. It is hard being a younger guy. The transition from high school to college on the mound it's a lot tougher. But I think that with time, the younger guys will step up and we'll get the train running in the right direction.
You said it's a lot tougher. Tougher in what sense would you say?
The hitters do not miss mistakes as much. Definitely got to live down in the zone and more on corners. And breaking pitches have to be sharper. If you hang a curveball in there, college hitters are going to make you pay for it. So our freshmen are doing a good job of adjusting to that so far.
So you didn't make too many mistakes tonight then?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I only threw 4 innings though.
44 pitches. That's not a bad little ratio there.
Right. Well, pickoff didn't hurt either.
No.
Colin, you had Braxton behind you. He went 2 for 2. How big is that for a guy like coming in off the bench and getting 2 for 2 right behind you? Does that give you more confidence at the
Oh,
plate?
yes, definitely, because knowing that our bench players are in the game and ready to come whenever coach calls on them. So being able to get on base or not get on base, knowing that he's behind me and has a chance to do some damage, it's a nice feeling.
It also must help the outfield depth that you have. I mean, you have Rio, who's been around forever and has proven himself here, and then you have Jordan coming alive, Mason coming alive, and Braxton. You can kind of mismatch, rotate in and out.
Yeah.
What's the depth like on this team?
Well, in the infield, it's kind of short, but we make do. In the outfield, it's nice to move guys around. I'm sure coach likes doing it. So in case a guy gets hurt, we always we can trust our players to come in and perform well.